Welcome to today's deep stretch yoga. I'm Nikki. For those who don't know me, today I do recommend to have a block handy. If you don't have a block, you can use, a thin little one of those long pillows or even a book or something. You're just going to want it to go between your shoulder blades for supported fish. So we can just put that off to the side. And we're going to start on our backs here. Just taking a few deep breaths. This is a short 30-minute class, so take it slow, but let yourself stretch deeply. I usually don't give that water break like I was just saying, so grab water if you need it. Whenever, and you can always come back to Shavasana, listening to your body today. Just taking a few more big deep breaths here, really slow it down. Last one. Good. When you're ready, as you take your next inhale, you're just going to pull both knees into your chest and just do a little rocking side to side here. Massaging out that lower back. Maybe drawing some little circles, using those hands to guide the knees. You can also make these big if you'd like. It's up to you. When you're ready, you're going to switch directions if you're drawing circles. Otherwise, you can just keep rocking. That's it. Good. And let's come to stillness. Inhale, pull the knee and lift the forehead to the knees. Little hug, little crunch. Release the head and release just the left leg down. Right leg comes in, hugging that knee in, giving it a nice little hug. I'm just going to rock that knee a little side to side here. Just windshielding, open that hip right from the socket. Making this as big of a movement as you can. A little opening and closing here. As we're still taking those nice big deep breaths. All right, bring that knee back to center. I'm going to straighten the leg as much as I can, grabbing behind the hamstring. Then I'm going to flex the foot. I'm going to push my leg into my hands, pull my hands a little bit closer. So I'm focusing on trying to really straighten that leg, get a nice active hamstring stretch here. Keeping this nice little tension here, trying to relax the shoulders to the mat as we keep the strength going. Just breathing into that leg there. Maybe pull it a little deeper on your next exhale. And last breath here. Good. I'm going to bend the left knee, cross the right ankle above the left knee. As I pull the left leg in, grabbing behind the left hamstring. You can use the right elbow to push the right leg away. You can also lean your feet and legs a little to the left to go a little deeper. But again, use your arms. I want you to really pull that left leg in this time so you get that nice right hip stretch. That's it. Enjoying this nice, gentle, little bit of an opener. Just one more big breath here. Good. I'm going to release the left foot down to the ground. I'm going to pull the right knee towards my armpit. And you can start by hooking the elbow behind the knee, letting the leg fall to the side. Trying to bring the sole of the foot to the sky here in this variation of Happy Baby. Or if you want and you're ready, you can reach the right hand to the outside edge of that foot, pulling yourself down into a half Happy Baby here. One breath like this. And just as an option, if you want to go a little deeper across the front of the pelvis, you can straighten that left leg out, and you'll feel this keeping that left leg straight and active, flexing the foot right across the front of your pelvis here. Trying to pull that right shoulder down into the socket here. Just holding this pose here. Maybe pulling a little deeper on each exhale. Keeping those nice, slow, steady breaths. And you just have one more breath here, just like this. When you're ready, on your next inhale, gently and slowly release that right leg straight back down the ground and meet the left. Give your hips a little shimmy out. Make sure everything's nice and centered. As you take your next inhale, you're going to pull the left knee in to the chest here. And you're going to do a little rocking side to side. Right through that hip again, opening and closing in that hip socket, that hip joint. Making this again a nice big movement here, as big as you can go. Just enjoying this good little hip opener. And we'll pull the knee back through center here. I'm going to straighten the leg, flex the foot, grab behind the hamstring. And again, we're really focusing on straightening that leg. I'm pushing my hamstring into my hands as I pull my hands towards my body. This hamstring stretch is nice and active here, right? You may be here, that's okay. By forcing, we're really lifting that left heel up, trying to get that nice deep stretch in. That's it. Pulling it just a little deeper if you can. Give me one more big, slow, deep breath. Then I'm going to bend the right knee, bringing the foot to the ground. I'm going to cross that ankle over for figure four. I'm going to pull the right side in, grab behind the hamstrings. Again, really using those arms to pull it in. I'm going to use my left elbow to push the left knee away, getting that nice external rotation. You can also let your legs just lean a little towards the right if you'd like to go just a little deeper here. Really focusing on that hip hamstring area. It's all connected. Working on those external rotators with this one right here. Let's pull a little deeper here. Feel the stretch in the outer left hip. Give me one more big breath here. Good. I'm going to release the hands, bring that right foot down to the ground. I'm going to pull the left knee out towards the outside of my body, towards the armpit. You can modify half happy baby here by hooking the elbow in that knee pit, or you can reach the outside of the left hand to the outside of the left foot, pulling yourself down, bringing the sole of the foot, no matter what option you're in, to the sky. The right hand can be by the side or on your torso. Just give me one more breath, just like this. And then you have that option to straighten that right leg, but instead of just letting it go, we want to actively straighten it, flex the leg, so you really feel this nice opening across the pelvis here. Trying to bring the shoulders down to the mat. Breathing into this nice stretch. We're pulling, that arm is active. Making sure there's no pain here. This nice final last breath. Good. Slowly and gently, you're gonna release the foot down to the ground. I'm gonna bend the right knee in, lift the right arm up overhead. I'm gonna roll onto the right side body here. Just for a second, left hand comes to the ground. I'm gonna press myself up right into a nice tabletop position, hands below shoulders, just for a little quick cat-cow here. As I inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone as I sink the chest down. Exhaling, tucking the chin, puffing the spine, pressing through those hands for cat. 2 more of each at your own pace. Nice big inhale up. Exhale down. When you're ready, when you're done your last one, meet us back in tabletop. Really exaggerating these moments. Last one here. Good, nice neutral spine, hands below your shoulders, and as you inhale, sweep the right arm up, twisting nice T, looking up to that hand just as much as you can, keeping the knees on the ground, pulling that shoulder into its socket. Send some breath to that shoulder As you exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Last breath here. Good. Bring that right hand down. Find your center this time. As we inhale, sweep the left arm up, twisting it up to the sky, pulling that shoulder into its socket, just bringing the neck, gazing up towards that side. It's okay if it's not looking at the fingers. You don't want to over-crane the neck, but press through the right hand to help you twist bit by bit. Last breath here. Good. Let's bring that left hand down. Let's curl the toes under, lift the hips. So we come into a nice downward facing dog. And we're going to pedal out the feet here so we really get a nice stretch in the calves. But I really want you to focus on lifting the opposite heel up and pressing the toes into the mat. So you get a little bit of a stretch on the bottom of the foot as well. That nice plantar fascia. Again, not overstretching. Just go what feels good to your body. Doing a few nice little walkouts here. Then find some stillness here. Pressing through the palms. We press the chest a little closer to the legs, pulling the heels down. Finding some length and strength. I'm just going to do a little mini standing sequence here. So just one more breath. When you're ready, we're going to step just the right foot through between our hands. Scissor open the hips. You can drop the back knee. If you need a little extra cushion, you can roll the mat underneath. And we're going to push those hips forward here. As we inhale, sweep the arms up, clasping the fingers, but releasing the index. Exhale, come into a nice little crescent lunge here. Just sink those hips down. Finding some length with the crown of the head. Pushing the hips forward, bringing that gaze up. One more big breath here. Good, I'm going to bring the hands down, framing the right foot, lift the left knee. And I'm going to just hop in a little bit so I can bring the heel in on that nice 45-degree angle, and then straighten the front left leg here. For a nice little modified pyramid. So I'm going to inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. You can stay here or you can bring your hands to reverse prayer. Grab opposite arm, opposite elbow behind the back to keep the nice length in the spine. To make it a true pyramid, we need to have a flat back. And one more big breath here. When you're ready, we're going to inhale up, warrior one, lunging into that right front leg. Hips are squared off to the front. Relax the shoulders. You can adjust the length if you want with your stance. Either walking your right foot forward or the left foot back, but sinking down here. Relax those shoulders. Just one more big breath here. Good. Let's bring the hands down, framing the right foot. Step the left foot back nice and long. Step the right foot back for plank. Dropping the knees. Nice big inhale here. Let's exhale, lower it down all the way to the ground for Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, little baby cobra here, chin and chest. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, pressing up through tabletop. Curl the toes as we exhale into a nice downward facing dog. Find length here, activating the quads. Pulling those kneecaps up just a little bit to release the hamstrings. When you're ready on your next inhale, step the left foot through forward. Just scissor open the hips as you drop them. So you can drop the back knee here. Again, cushion and protect that back knee, making sure the ankle and knee are stacked. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up, clasping the fingers. Exhale, find a nice crescent lunge here. Tracing the fingers just a little bit behind the head, still sticking the hips down, lifting with the chest. Find some depth, feeling that right hip flexor open up. Just one more big breath here. Good, let's bring the hands down, framing the left foot. Lift up the right leg, hop that foot in, drop the heel 45 degrees as you straighten the left leg. Good, nice inhale, halfway lift for pyramid, flat back. Then you can bring the hands behind you, reverse prayer, grab opposite arm, opposite elbow to promote that pressing the chest down. Nice lengthening here. Melting a little bit more, folding into that hamstring stretch on those exhales. Giving me just one more big, slow, deep breath here. And as you take your next inhale, let's come up, warrior one, palms face each other. Lunge into that front leg, hip square off. Remember, if you want to adjust and find a longer stance here, you can, but you don't have to. Relaxing those shoulders. Again, pushing the hips just a little forward as we activate that back right leg, fully pressing the outside edge of the right foot into the mat. Just one more breath here. I'm going to bring the hands down towards the ground, lift the right heel up, step the left foot back, drop to the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down through Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chin and chest, little baby cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, just come up through tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Pulling those heels down. Just one more big breath here. When you're ready, let's inhale towards plank. Drop the knees. Exhale, lower all the way down. As you inhale, lift the chin and chest. Just come up into a nice little Sphinx pose. Elbows below shoulders. Releasing those glutes here. Lift the chin. Lift the chest. Pulling those shoulder blades back into their socket. We're going to do a little dragonfly for our shoulders in a second here. One more big breath. I'm going to walk my arms forward just a little bit so nothing's right below my shoulder. I'm going to flip the right palm up. I'm going to slide the right hand right underneath that left armpit, reaching as far as I can. Palm is still up. Leaning on that right arm, I'm going to take my left arm, bring it in the exact opposite direction. So my arms are in a nice T position, or like little dragonfly wings. This may be intense enough for you as it is. If you want to go deeper though, you can curl up on your toes and push your body weight onto your arms. So you're letting gravity and your body weight stretch and open up your upper back a little deeper. Slowing that breath pace down. Sometimes we find when we're face down on our chest, we tend to naturally want to quicken the breath pace. Keep it gentle, slow and deep. Allow yourself to melt here, gentle, and going deeper and deeper with each exhale. Good, one more big breath here. As you take your next inhale, you're going to lift your head up. You're going to start by sliding the left arm back and then the right arm back. So it's just in a little bit, elbow in front of the shoulder. We've got to do the other side. So I'm going to flip the left palm up. I'm going to slide it right underneath the right armpit. Nice little T position. I'm going to bring my right arm to the left. Ooh, little tongue tie here. And again, you can stay here. You can let the head hang. You can curl the toes under. Maybe push some more weight onto your arms. It's up to you. This is your second side, so it's okay if you do a different variation than you did on the other side. One arm might be a little more tight or a little more sore. That may need more or less pressure. So just listen to those shoulders, the upper back, the arms, see how they're feeling. As you breathe, see this nice little release. That's it. Need one more big, deep, slow breath here. When you're ready, we're gonna lift our head up, slide the right arm back and left arm back under the shoulder for a nice little sphinx. We're gonna press up through the shoulders, lift up maybe a little higher, palms face the ground. Let those glutes release. Just one more big breath here. And from this position, I'm gonna walk one hand under the shoulder at a time. I'm gonna press myself into a nice tabletop, walk the knees nice and wide. Bring the big toes together here as I exhale, sink into just a child's pose, just for a few breaths. Keeping this nice and active, so lift the forearms off the ground, pressing the palms into the ground so you can press right through the body, pushing those hips a little closer to the ground. Letting yourself melt here. And then maybe letting your arms go down to the ground. Maybe exhaling this time, pressing the chest a little closer to the mat. Good. Give me one more big breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, coming up to tabletop pose. And we're going to flip over. You're going to want to have your block, your book, or whatever you have handy nearby, just so we can get into that fish pose when we're ready. So we're going to do a nice full happy baby first. Hopefully those hips are feeling a little more open. So coming onto our backs, we're first going to inhale, pull both our knees into our chest, give it a little hug. I'm going to pull the knees, widening them out, and then pull those knees right into the armpit area. You can modify then by hooking elbow into knee pit, or you can grab the outside of both feet here, letting the feet come soles to the sky for everybody here. Exhaling, pulling a little deeper into those feet. If you want to go a little deeper, you can even stick your tush out, kind of do a little anterior pelvic tilt where you're pushing your tailbone down to the ground. Just slightly deepens the stretch. Doing that just for a breath or so. And then when you're ready, and just as an option to make this a truly happy baby, we can rock out, massage out that mid-lower back area as we rock side to side, making this as big or as small as you want. That's it. Just a few more rocks or holds wherever you're doing. Then we're going to find some stillness. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together, gently letting them release, opening yourself up into a nice Supta Baddha Konasana. Letting the legs be nice and loose, falling open. You can bring your palms to the inside of your thighs here if you'd like to just open up a little bit more. Feeling this nice stretch on the inner thighs. That's it. Just breathe nice and deep. If you want to become even more relaxed here, you can have your eyes closed. Just give me one more big breath here. Then I'm going to pull my knees up together, bringing the feet hip width apart. Nice big inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to let both knees fall over to the right side. Maybe bring the arms out by side as you look to the left here in this nice little just recline twist. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your right leg on top of the left, crossing it on top, or even just letting that ankle rest above the knee, whatever serves you here. That's it. Breathing into this twist. Maybe this time, last breath, if you've got the right leg on top, activate it, pushing down, just go a little deeper. If you got the leg on top, bring it back down to the ground. As we inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let's go, dropping both knees over to the left. Gaze can come to the right. And again, if you want to go deeper, you can cross the leg over top fully, or even just have the foot just on the quad. You're fine for that full little cross, like I'm crossing my legs, sitting at my chair, kind of adds a lot more weight, allows me to go a lot deeper. But it's up to you. Remember, your practice, your body. One more big breath here. This time, if you got the leg on top, remember pushing it down, creating a little activity here. One more breath. And then we're going to uncross the legs, inhale our knees back up. And then we're going to walk them nice and straight. We're going to go into our fish to finish off. So we inhale, I'm going to tuck the chin coming up onto the forearms. So if you don't have a block, a pillow, your sweater or anything, I'll also walk you through that modification, but we're all going to put our block just underneath us like we would our shoulder blades. If you don't have anything to support yourself on, you are going to stay here on your forearms and just let the head hang. If you got the block, you're going to settle your back in to the block and letting your head kind of lift round up. If you can bring it down to the ground, that's great, looking behind you. So only if you have support, you've got the option to bring your arms into cactus, which is that 90 degrees at the armpits and elbows, giving us that nice little chest stretch, deepening this heart opener here. And just as an option, if you'd like to go even deeper, trying to keep those arms on the ground, you can draw some snow angels here in the ground with the arms, bringing the fingers up towards each other, and then pulling the elbows to the waist, just moving up and down slowly. And of course, if you find a spot that has a lot of tension, you can hold it, or you can just hold cactus here. This is your final pose before Shavasana, so really enjoy it. You can let your eyes come closed, let your body surrender. If you're on your forearms, make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders, pressing up, keeping it nice and deep. Give me 2 more big breaths here. Last one. So step 1, we're all going to lift our head, tuck our chin. And for those who have our arms out, we're going to walk them underneath our shoulders, just like everybody else. And then we're going to remove our block. And then slowly, we're going to let ourselves slide back down onto the mat into our final Shavasana, palms facing up. Letting the legs go here. Taking your last big few deep breaths here. Enjoying the moment of a little relaxation. Eyes should be closed so we can focus within. If you've got a blanket or sweater now, you may want to cover yourself up just to keep a little warmer, especially on a cool day like today. So remember, this is a short practice, so if you want, I encourage you, if you've got time, to stay in Shavasana for at least 5 to 10 breaths after, just to get a full relaxation and close to the practice. But we're all going to close together so we can bring our hands to prayer position at heart center, relaxing the shoulders, thanking ourselves for showing up on our mat today, taking the time to slow it down, to follow our breath, to really deepen our stretches here, opening up in the hips, the legs, even in the shoulders and pecs a little bit today. Giving our body a little stress relief, a little tension relief, which I hope served you well today. As always, thank you for sharing in your practice with me and your fellow yogis. The energy always helps guide our light. And from the light in me to the light in you, namaste. So remember, if you can, stay here in Shavasana a little longer. Otherwise, move slowly, move gently, and don't forget to grab some water after the practice. Have a great day.